What up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Monday, January 2nd, 2023, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RayMelo. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a great New Year's Day weekend. Avatar: The Way of Water has passed the $1 billion mark at the global box office. The Avatar sequel has grossed more than $1 billion in the 2 weeks since its release. As of Tuesday, Avatar: The Way of Water has earned $317.1 million in North America and $700.7 million overseas, bringing its global total to $1.025 billion. The film topped the holiday box office in North America, bringing in $56 million in receipts. Avatar: The Way of Water is the fastest film to reach the milestone in 2022. Top Gun: Maverick and Jurassic World: Dominion also reached $1 billion in 2022. Director James Cameron previously said that the film would need to generate $2 billion at the box office to break even. Ticket sales in China have been muted as the country experiences a surge in COVID-19 cases. Avatar: The Way of Water stars Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, and Kate Winslet. The film series follows the struggles between the Na'vi race and humans on the fictional moon Pandora. She Said is on its way to Peacock. The streamer announced today that the film starring Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan will be available to start watching on January 6th. In the movie, Mulligan plays Megan Towie and Kazan plays Jodie Cantor. These are two New York Times journalists who detailed the sexual assault allegations against former Miramax head Harvey Weinstein. Their reporting is considered one of the major factors in the nascent #MeToo movement, which sought to reveal and charge men in the workplace and elsewhere who were sexually harassed or sexually assaulted women. The film synopsis says, from the Oscar-winning producers of 12 Years a Slave, Moonlight, Minari, Selma, and The Big Short, and the Oscar-nominated producer of Zero Dark 30 and American Hustle, the film is based on the New York Times investigation by Cantor, Towie, and Rebecca Corbett, and the New York Times bestseller She Said, Breaking the Sexual Harassment Story That Helped Ignite a Movement by Jodie Cantor and Megan Towie. A testament to the power of investigative journalism, She Said detailed the journey of reporters and editors engaged in the unrelenting pursuit of the truth and highlights the courage of survivors and witnesses who choose to come forward to stop a serial predator in his tracks. Together, their commitment and fortitude sparked a national conversation, helped propel the #MeToo movement, and fueled a reckoning on the system that had enabled him. Maria Schrader directed the film from a script by Rebecca Linkowitz. She Said will be available to its own digitally on January 6th and on Blu-ray and DVD on January 10th. Bob the Drag Queen and Monet X Change will appear in the upcoming episode of The Simpsons. The drag performers and RuPaul Drag Race alums will be featured on the January 2nd episode of the Fox animated series. The Simpsons writer Carolyn Omeni shared the news Thursday on Twitter alongside a look at Bob and Monet on the show. Omeni wrote, What are you doing on New Year's Day? I'll be live tweeting and watching at That One Queen and Monet Times Exchange on an all-new episode of The Simpsons. Bob reacted on Twitter, writing, "This is a huge moment for me, so glad that I could do this with my best friend." Monet also confirmed the news, tweeting, "On New Year's Day, at That One Queen, and I became at The Simpsons." Bob came to fame after winning RuPaul Drag Race Season 8 and has since starred on the HBO series We're Here. Monet won RuPaul Drag Race Season 10 and RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 4 and was also the runner-up in All-Star Season 7. In addition, Bob and Monet host the podcast Sibling Rivalry. Disney Plus is giving a glimpse of Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2. The streaming service shared a teaser for the new season. Star Wars The Bad Batch is an animated sequel spin-off of Star Wars The Clone Wars. The series follows the Bad Batch, a squad of elite clone troopers in the aftermath of the Clone Wars. The teaser features Fee Jinoa, voiced by Wanda Sykes, and showcases the Bad Batch, a top team of rogue clones. The official description reads, when the new season opens, months have passed since the events of Kimono, and the Bad Batch continues their journey navigating the Empire after the fall of the Republic. They will cross paths with friends and foes, both new and familiar, as they take on a variety of thrilling mercenary missions that will take them to unexpected and dangerous places. Dee Bradley Baker voiced the members of the Bad Batch with Michelle Ang as Omega, Rhea Perlman as Sid, and Noshir Dalal as Vice Admiral Rampart. Disney Plus released a trailer and poster for Season 2 earlier this month. The Bad Batch Season 2 premieres January 4th, 2023 on Disney Plus. George R.R. Martin says some of the planned Game of Thrones spin-offs have been shelved. In an update on his blog, Martin says changes at HBO Max have impacted future Game of Thrones projects. Game of Thrones, which had an 8-season run on HBO from 2011 to 2019, was based on Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire fantasy book series. Martin's book, Fire and Blood, is the inspiration for the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, which premiered on HBO in August. HBO was reportedly developing several other shows set in the Game of Thrones universe, including series about Princess Nymeria. Martin confirmed in June that HBO was developing a spin-off series about Jon Snow, played by Kit Harington in Game of Thrones. In his new post, Martin says he is working on The Wind of Winter, the sixth book in the Song of Ice and Fire series, and House of the Dragon Season 2. The author wrote, I did take a few days off for the holidays, I confess, but now I am back in the salt mine working, yes, Winds of Winter, yes, yes, and The House of the Dragon Season 2, and several of the other successor shows that we're developing with HBO. He also added some of those are moving faster than others, as is always the case with development. None have been greenlit yet, though we are hoping maybe soon. A couple have been shelved, but I would not agree that they are all dead. You can take something off the shelf as easy as you can put it on the shelf. All the changes at HBO Max have impacted us, certainly. HBO Max has canceled or scrapped several projects, including Raised by Wolves, Westworld, The Degrassi Revival, and Mix, since the Warner Brothers Discovery merger in April. Netflix's Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, is the #1 film around the world. In the film, Daniel Craig reprised his Knives Out role of Detective Benoit Blanc and takes on a new mystery. Blanc must solve the riddle of a young woman's death in the entourage of a tech billionaire Miles Braun, portrayed by Edward Norton. Glass Onion, Knives Out mystery also stars Janelle Monáe, Leslie Odom Jr., Kate Hudson, Jessica Henwick, and Dave Bautista. In only 3 days, the film has accumulated 35 million household views from over 93 countries, 82.1 million view hours divided by 2.3 hours of runtime. The original Knives Out was a critical success when it came out in 2019, and the sequel has also received a flurry of positive reviews. Netflix's series Emily in Paris, which recently returned for a third season, took the #2 spot for the week on the streaming service with 117.6 million hours viewed. Netflix was the most watched streaming service of 2022, with more spots on the Nielsen Top 10 list than all other services combined, and had the #1 series for 46 out of the 48 weeks in 2022. Wednesday broke records in 2022 by accumulating the most views for an English-language series in a single week in the history of Netflix. Stranger Things Season 4, Wednesday Season 1, Dahmer, Bridgerton 2, and Inventing Anna were the 5 most watched English-language Netflix series of 2022, according to a press release from Netflix. The Gray Man, The Adam Project, Purple Hearts, Hustle, and The Tinder Swindler were the top 5 most watched English-language movies on the service, apart from Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. NBC has announced it's ordered a new drama called Predictably Irrational, starring Rent, Law & Order, and The Flash actor Jesse L. Martin. The adaptation of Dan Aggerly's best-selling book will co-star Mahara Hill, Trevana Springer, Molly Kuntz, and Arashta Maxey. Arelle is serving as a consultant on the series. The network said in a press release, Alec Baker, a well-renowned professor of behavioral science, lends his expertise to an array of high-stake cases involving governments, law enforcement, and corporations with his unique and unexpected approach to understand human behavior. Andrew Tate, the controversial online influencer and former professional kickboxer known for his misogynistic views, has been ordered to be held in pre-trial detention for 30 days after his arrest in Romania on allegations of organized crime, rape, and human trafficking involving at least 6 women. Tate was arrested Thursday along with his brother, Tristan Tate, and 2 other suspects after police raided a home outside Bucharest as part of a criminal investigation that has been ongoing since April. All 4 suspects were placed in a pre-trial detention on Friday. A spokesperson for the Romanian's anti-organized crime unit confirmed to The Guardian and the New York Times. Romania's Directorate for the Investigation of Organized Crime and Terrorism said on Thursday that the Tate brothers and 2 other suspects would be detained for 24 hours. The Tate brothers, who live in Romania, have dual citizenship with the United States and Britain. The tweet reads, Friday, from Andrew Tate's account after his arrest, the Matrix sent their agents. He was previously suspended from social media platforms including TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and Twitch, as well as Twitter, for his sexist remarks about women, but was recently reinstated by Twitter after the platform was purchased by controversial billionaire Elon Musk. Speculations grew online that authorities in Romania were likely tipped that Tate was in the country after engaging in an online feud with teen climate activist Greta Thunberg. Tate on Thursday tweeted that Thunberg asked for her email address to send her a list of cars in his collection and their emissions, to which she responded, yes, please do enlighten me, email me at emailprotected. In a reply to her response, Tate can be seen with boxes from a Romanian pizza restaurant. However, a spokesperson for the Romanian prosecutor said told The Guardian that Tate was not arrested because of the pizza boxes. After Tate's arrest was announced, 19-year-old Thunberg tweeted, this is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes. Tate arrests were recorded by police and shared by Romania's organized crime Directorate and shows officers raiding the home. The footage also appeared to show weapons recovered by police, including a handgun, a sword, and large knives. Romanian officials said in a news release that the Tate brothers had been detained amid an investigation into organized crime, human trafficking, and rape in Romania, as well as other countries, including the United States and Britain. Andrew Tate and his brother were accused of, quote, misrepresenting their intention to enter into marriage and cohabitation relationships with alleged victims before transporting them to buildings in the Olaf County of Romania. Officials described the actions of the Tates as, quote, loverboy methods, and said that their victims were sexually exploited by members of the group who forced them to perform pornographic demonstrations to share on social media. A former Seattle software engineer has been charged with theft for a scheme to steal more than $300,000 from the online shopping company Zulily that was inspired by the 1999 black comedy film Office Space. Emiliano Valdez Castro, who's 28, planned the scheme to steal shopping feeds charged by his employer, inspired by the plot of the Mike Judd film, according to police reports obtained by KRO and CNN. In the film, which satirizes the office culture of the typical software firm of the 1990s, Ron Livingston's character Peter Gibbons undergoes personality-altering hypnosis that drives him into professional apathy. He conspires with 2 fellow disgruntled workers to steal from their employers in a series of microtransactions that divert fractions of pennies into a separate bank account. Castro, who began working for Zulily in December 2018, allegedly started making changes to the online retail company's software earlier this year, according to police reports. His code allegedly applied a small percentage of Zulily's customer checkouts and sent the shipping fees according with those purchased to a bank account being controlled. When Zulily began an internal investigation, Castro allegedly wrote a new code that double-charged some customers for shopping and sent the fees of Zulily and his separate account. Castro allegedly planned the scheme in a OneNote document on his work laptop titled Office Space Project and told police that his scheme was inspired by the movie. He was arrested by police in June, but charges of theft in the first degree and identity theft in the first degree were not filed by prosecutors until December 20th, CNN reported. Castro was fired from his job in June after members of the company's corporate security team found boxes that had contained stolen merchandise outside his home. Numerous women who worked with Barbara Walters on ABC's daytime chat show The View paid tribute to the trailblazing journalist who died Friday at the age of 93. The 12-time Emmy winner reportedly died at home surrounded by her loved ones after years of declining health. She created and starred The View from 1997 until her retirement in 2014, alongside dozens of other female panelists over the years. Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg, who worked with Walters is the longest, have not yet addressed her death on social media, but others who appeared on the show have. Star Jones mentioned, "I owe Barbara Walters more than I can ever repay. Rest well. Sister, mother, friend, colleague, and mentor." Elizabeth Hasselbeck wrote, "I love you, Barbara. God is in this story. I have few words tonight, and will be ready to honor you tomorrow, December 31st at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox and Friends. It will be an honor to be broadcasting about your love and legacy. Hashtag the best stories are in heaven." Rosie O'Donnell shared a photo of her with Walter, simply captioning the word legend. Sherry Shepard wrote, "Thank you, Barbara Walters, for giving a shy girl who didn't like to debate a 7-year chance of a lifetime. Thank you for allowing me to find my voice and encouraging me to fly. My heart hurts, but I'll always love you, lady." Rosie Perez posted, "An amazing woman, an amazing loss. Shattered the glass ceiling is a huge understatement. She decimated it, paved the way for so many. I feel very proud and humbled to have known her and to have worked with her. Condolences to her loved ones and the entire At The View family. Hashtag RIP Barbara Walters." Meghan McCain wrote, "Barbara Walters will always be known as a trailblazer. Her hard-hitting questions and welcoming demeanor made her a household name and leader in American journalism. She was the ultimate ceiling breaker for women in television, for which we all were lucky enough to follow. Her creation of The View is something I will always be appreciative of. Rest in peace. You will forever be an icon." American Tone, who co-hosted The View many times over the years, said, "Rest in peace, Barbara. Thank you for all of it. I'm forever grateful for all the years, the laughs, the support, and just being in your presence at The View. I was one of the lucky ones." Celebrities also are mourning the death of revolutionary fashion designer Vivienne Westwood. Actors Kim Cattrall, Juliette Lewis, and Rose McGowan, singer Boy George, and Yoko Ono were among the stars who paid tribute to Westwood on social media following her death. Westwood, the British designer whose work heralded the rise of the British punk movement in the 70s, died on Thursday at the age of 81. Cattrall shared a photo with Westwood on Instagram and remembered the designer as, quote, "a true genius who never lost her northern git." Lewis praised Westwood as a rare wonder force. "Naturally, I wore her clothes and saw her speak at every event honoring her, had the privilege of meeting her. She was absolutely uncompromising in her authoritative but also cool poise, sustainable everything. She said she was always creating for the future by looking unflinchingly and serenely into the now. Her revolutionary punk street sex wear into the classic VW dress was a flippant elegance and radical tailoring." Lewis then declared Westwood is and was revolutionary. She didn't just question mainstream age and beauty standards. She didn't even see or acknowledge them as having anything to do with the relevance and necessity for individualistic aesthetic expression. Long live the Queen. McGowan shared a photo of herself walking the runway in one of Westwood's shows. She tweeted, "Deeply saddened by a true punk's passing, Vivienne Westwood was a hellraiser. What a talent." Boy George posted a selfie with the late fashion designer. He wrote, "RIP to the great and inspiring Vivienne Westwood, who led us through punk and beyond. Laughed at by the fashion industry, but without question, she is the undisputed queen of British fashion. I love you. On bondage, up yours." Ono sent her love to Westwood's surviving family. She tweeted, "Rest in peace, Vivienne. What a woman. So young at heart, motivated, beautiful, and elegant. Our deep Our love and deepest condolences goes out to Andreas, Ben, Joseph, and families. Love, Yoko. Anita Pointer, who along with her sisters June and Ruth sang at the Grammy-winning R&B music group The Pointer Sisters, has died at the age of 74. Pointer's publicist Roger Neal told The Hollywood Reporter on Saturday she fought a very heroic battle with cancer. She was surrounded by family at the time of her death. The surviving members of her family also released a statement. They wrote, "While we are deeply saddened by the loss of Anita, we are also comforted knowing that she is now with her daughter, Jada, and her sisters June and Bonnie, and at peace. Heaven is a more loving, beautiful place with Anita there." The Pointer Sisters were known for such hits as Fairy Tale, Neutron Dance, Jump, Automatic, I'm So Excited, Slow Hand, Fire, He's So Fine, and Dare Me. The Foo Fighters took a moment on the final day of 2022 to once again honor their late drummer Taylor Hawkins and to promise fans the group will be back on tour soon. Hawkins, who had been with the band since 1997, died of a drug overdose at the age of 50 in March. Since then, his bandmates scrapped their scheduled concerts and have performed only as part of a star-studded tribute concerts to Hawkins. The band wrote in a social media post on Saturday, "As we say goodbye to the most difficult and tragic year that our band has ever known, we are reminded of how thankful we are for the people that we love and cherish most, and for the loved ones who are no longer with us. Without Taylor, we never would have become the band that we were, and without Taylor, we know that we're going to be a different band going forward. We also know that you, the fans, meant as much to Taylor as he meant to you. And we know that we will see you again, and we will soon. He'll be there in spirit with all of us every night." Brian May, the lead guitarist of the rock band Queen, has been knighted by King Charles along with renowned artists John Akomfrah and Grayson Perry. May, who's 75, received the title of Knight Bachelor for his service to music and to charity, according to a list of 2023 honorees published in the British royal family's official newspaper, The Gazette. He was among the 19 people who received the Knight's Bachelor title, more than 1,000 others who received various honors for the crown. May said in a video posted to Instagram on Friday, "Thank you so very much for all your messages of congratulations following the announcement of my knighthood. I am very thrilled and very touched by that comes from you and the support, and I'll do my very best to be worthy." May, considered one of the greatest guitar players of all time, was previously appointed the commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire in 2005. He has received countless accolades, including being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Queen and receiving a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. In addition to his accomplishments with the band, May earned a PhD in astrophysics from Imperial College in London in 2007 and has collaborated with NASA's New Horizons mission and has since campaigned for animal warfare. Perry, who's an accomplished artist known for his ceramic vases and tapestries, has also had solo exhibitions at world-class museums, including the Stedelijk Museum Amsterdam, the British Museum, the Serpentine Gallery in London, and the Andy Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh. Akomfrah is a British artist of Ghanaian descent who has taught courses at prestigious universities, including Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Brown University, New York University, Westminster University, and Princeton University. His work, which often focuses on Black British identity, has been exhibited at museums including the Tate Britain, the Museum of Modern Art in New York, and the British Film Institute. And finally, SZA's SOS is the #1 album in the United States for a second week. Coming in at #2 on the Billboard 200 charts dated Saturday is Taylor Swift's Midnights, followed by R.E.M's Indigno at #3, Metro Boomin's Heroes and Villains at #4, and Michael Bublé's Christmas at #5. Rounding up the top tier are Drake and 21 Savage's Her Loss at #6, Nat King Cole's The Christmas Song at #7, a Charlie Brown Christmas soundtrack at #8, Mariah Carey's Merry Christmas at #9, and Bad Bunny's Un Verano Sin Ti at #10. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, January 2nd, 2023. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.